She's in your house. Why are you paying all the bills?
Cause it's my house. Who?
But why is she? Why is she in your house?
A nigga with money don't want you to listen. I'm gonna get this out to all women worldwide. With money don't want you paying no. We don't care for you to do that. We not coming to get you for no bread.
TEYANA Taylor is saying, and this is reported on all of the different news sites, so we don't even have to acknowledge any of them. Let's just drive into it. TEYANA Taylor will receive 4 homes.
What's the best way to make me mad?
Best way to piss you off?
You got a few of those.
This is Drew, and I'd like to welcome you all to another episode of Real Talk Today. Today we're going to talk about the quickest way for a rich man to become a poor man. And how's that? Marry the wrong woman. Let's get to it.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into
4 homes worth more than $10 million as a part of a multi-million-dollar divorce settlement with IMAN SHUMPERT. Now,
She's in your house. Why are you paying all the bills?
Cause it's my house. Who?
But why is she? Why is she in your house?
A nigga with money don't want you to listen. I'm gonna get this out to all women worldwide. With money don't want you paying no. We don't care for you to do that. We not coming to get you for no bread. If you do that and you get your own bread on the side, we gonna clap our hands for it. We gonna smile about it. We gonna be proud of it. We don't need you to do it. That's the advantage of picking us. We don't want you for that. We want to, honestly, we don't, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You the rich on the goddamn. No, nigga, no. You know exactly what I'm saying to you, dude. You speak French now? Oui.
Now, this reminds me of that old saying, how a fool and his money is soon parted. And he was talking all this trash a couple of years ago about,
basically paying for women's lifestyle, giving all your money away. She don't need to do anything or whatnot.
This guy is like, his mind is still immature. He doesn't understand. He's not in the NBA anymore. He's not getting any of those millions of dollar checks coming in every year. The money that these guys retire with, unless they make some hell of some investment, that money is supposed to last them a lifetime. But with this type of mentality, putting women first, and they don't need to do anything, and that's what we rich and this, that, and the other, he won't be rich very long. He'll be a very poor man.
Jaheim before and after he went broke pictures. He is struggling to survive. Jaheim Hoagland before and after he went broke pictures. He is struggling to survive. Jaheim Hoagland is an American R&B singer better known by his stage name of Jaheim, and now his music career is destroyed because of losing focus. Jaheim used to be a wealthy businessman and has now fallen because of women. He used to import top model from USA and doing human trafficking, and he had a song titled "Put That Women First." Thank you for your listening. Please subscribe our channel for more hot news.
Because you can see right now he makes very poor investments.
What's the best way to make me mad?
Best way to piss you off?
You got a few of those.
Here we go.
Get into it with you on social media.
Oh my God, I fucking hate that shit. I do not play social media games. Even just when everybody heard that, like, me and my husband had threesomes before, it was like, oh, she's willing to do that to keep a man. I'm like,
nah.
That was all me.
See, I can't be mad at him getting took. He a fool. First of all, you done went and got you a masculine one. You can tell she in there going toe to toe, no peace in the house, because she's not the type of woman that's gonna follow any man anywhere. To me, if I had to guess, a lot of this was planned out. She found her a fool, put it on him, probably the best he ever had, whatever case may be, and he thought, this is the one I'm gonna invest the rest of my life with. This guy's not a old man. It's probably, if I'm not mistaken, he's probably in his mid to late 30s. He's got another 20 to 40 years that little bit of money would have had to last him. And it doesn't seem like, he's the most mature guy. But if he keeps making deals like this, he's not going to have anything anyway, because Anton is getting ready to go over exactly what guy took. But I can tell you right now, she took a lot, and he didn't have a whole lot more to take. I can tell you that now. Let's listen to it.
Taylor will receive 4 homes. Now, ironically enough, this is Realtor.com because this is related to the homes that she's going to receive, but 4 homes worth more than $10 million as a part of a multi-million-dollar divorce settlement with IMAN Shumpert.
Separations are never easy, but trust, everyone is having a field day with how TEYANA opened her marriage and even participated in threesomes with IMAN. And in the end, she still couldn't keep the man. For those who've been following, rumors about TEYANA and IMAN engaging in threesomes started in 2018 when TEYANA released the song Three-Way. She seemed to be detailing her experiences with IMAN when she sang,
I had to cut in right quick. This is something I've covered in previous videos or whatnot. Never, ever think about marrying a woman that has an identity crisis as far as whether she wants to be with a man or female. Because no matter what the situation is, it's going to always end bad.
My baby, I do some crazy things, yeah. So whatever he want, he can get that. Because 2 heads are better than 1. Three-way, I couldn't wait to have with you. TEYANA eventually confirmed that they engaged in 3 ways with IMAN when a follower told her she had no respect for herself. And she responded by saying that just because she and IMAN enjoyed having another woman from time to time in their bed didn't mean that she had no respect for herself. She also told Jidenna during a Bumble conversation that she is the one who introduced the threesomes in their marriage.
Even just when everybody heard that, like, me and my husband had threesomes before, it was like, oh, she's willing to do that to keep a man. I'm like,
nah.
That was all me.
This man married a lesbian. Come on now. This woman want to be with a woman. She ain't studying no man. And even this next guy that she gonna get with, she'll try to figure out a way to manipulate his wallets and take him to. How do you think most women become rich? They don't do it on their own backs, their own steams. Very few that do that, other than Oprah. Let's just be real. A lot of these women, they sleep their way through, or they, just like the housewives of Atlanta, all these housewives and whatnot, they happen to have sex with the right guy to get in that position. They didn't get it through hard work.
In addition, when TEYANA was asked about busting down girls with IMAN, she said that they do it on special days, like anniversaries and vacations.
I think that's the mix-up. You know what I'm saying? People hear it and think that is like a thing where it's like every day we just taking down. Like that's not that. It just be those times where like we just, like if we on vacation, like our anniversary, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
Now, why would someone have another person in their bed on days like their anniversary? And TEYANA can shout to the whole universe that the marriage didn't end because of infidelity. Based on the tea spilled at the time, TEYANA learned her husband cheated on her, and she was later discovered on a bathroom floor after having too much nose candy.
Stop right there.
Did you hear that? This woman found passed out at some point, upset because she had too much quote unquote nose candy. All that means she was on something that she was sniffing, some type of drug or whatnot. Not only did this man choose a woman to have his children take on his legacy and propel it through his future, he did that with a woman that likes other women. And she's a drug addict, and she's masculine. I mean, he just dumb, and dumb. Oh my God. For me, I look at this type of situation where she wanted women. I'm talking about, this was me. I'm the one wanted the women. It would be no different if the situation was the other way around and they had 2 dudes up in there and you know, he messing around with a dude and then she like the third wheeler, so to speak. Once you start introducing kind of slop in the relationship, I promise you it don't last, because somebody gonna end up losing their position. I can tell you that now.
Maybe she knew IMAN was never going to be faithful, even with all their arrangements. But in your opinion, does it look like TEYANA opening the marriage only backfired in her face?
You're goddamn right.
Is she just trying to save face by making it look like she and IMAN are still a team?
My opinion on this particular thing was a train wreck before it got started. They had no business tying a knot. I look at it like that. If they decided they want to be together and have sex with whoever, I don't have a problem with any of it personally. But I do think, you know, you wasn't in the basketball court, we wasn't lifting weights and running and sacrificing and all that, you know, when this man was in the league, you know, shouldn't just be able to just come in and just take his money. But If he's stupid enough to give it to you, you're supposed to take every penny you can get. And this guy was plain stupid. Oh my God. I looked up his net worth. It wasn't no more than I think maybe $10 million, $15 million, whatever it was, which is a good bit of money. But if somebody come and peel 5 or 10 of that off the top, and you got bills that corresponded to the 15, you may be paying $20,000, $30,000 house note on 2 or 3 places. You run around in exotic cars, paying another $5,000, $10,000 a month, plus insurance, plus expenses, plus maintenance. That little money will drain off really quick. But let's find out exactly how much she actually is going to get.
Dancer TEYANA Taylor will take possession of 4 homes valued at more than $10 million as a part of her divorce settlement with former Brooklyn Nets player IMAN Shumpert. And he only 34.
34
Taylor and
years
Shumpert,
old.
both 34, reached an agreement that puts an end to their lengthy legal proceedings, which began when the dancer filed for divorce in 2023. The former couple tied the knot in 2016 and shared daughters Junie and Rue Rose, 9 and 4. According to multiple reports, under the settlement, Taylor will receive not only 4 properties, but also 7-figure payout.
Damn.
Oh, that could be anything. That could be anything from $1 million to $9 million, $999,000 on top of it. A $300,000 Maybach, a $70,000 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, and a tour bus.
And this woman got all of this, all these millions of dollars, tour buses, 4 or 5 houses, this, that, and the other. And all she had to do was basically perform fellatio on the right guy.
You're goddamn right.
Oh my God.
Now you understand why guys ask, what do you bring to the table? Let's pause for a second.
I'm telling you.
Now do you understand why men ask, what do you bring to the table? And they don't even ask you in person, but they're always thinking it, and this is a conversation that we have to have online on a regular basis because this don't make sense to me.
Amen,
I'm brokenhearted for him. And it's funny because I remember IMAN Shumpert on a podcast, and he was talking about,
she's in your house. Why are you paying all the bills?
Cause it's my house.
But why is she in your house?
A nigga with money don't want you to listen. I'm gonna get this out to all women worldwide.
Here we go again.
With money don't want you paying no. We don't care for you to do that. We not coming to get you for no bread. If
I got to chime in again. I have no problem. A woman been with you, 10, 20 years and showed her where, had you some kids, did her part or whatnot. Y'all done been through thick and thin, and you happen to come up on something while she's there. I got no problem with it. But just to let a woman just come in with nothing but some lipstick and a toothbrush and just start setting up camp and you just start paying for a lifestyle, far as concerned, that is utterly ridiculous, and that is a recipe to go broke. There's a recipe for a bum, and I promise you, once this guy lose all his money, start getting older, gray hair start kicking in, he losing looks, and his libido ain't working, he'll be tossed to the side like everybody else, every other man that society looks at that they do not deem as useful or helpful to a woman anymore.
Guys that are dusty or, this is what you should do for women and all of this. And he truly was in simp mode.
Yes, sir.
And
all
boy,
day.
oh boy, how that came back to bite him.
Yep.
Amazing. So he got to give up all of that. It says TEYANA Taylor will retain full ownership of her businesses, which include fitness brand Fade to Fit, a choreography center, and partnerships with fashion companies.
Clean up
Star
woman.
athlete will keep his homes in South Fulton and Decatur, as well as his Miami condo. So he get to keep his 3 homes. Taylor will take possession of their Alpharetta GA home, which the couple purchased in 2020. Details of other properties that she will receive in the divorce have not been disclosed yet. Now, we don't know if there's mortgages on those properties, so that could play a role, and hopefully that help him a little bit. Says the Alpharetta mansion was featured prominently on the former couple's reality series, We Got Love, during which TEYANA Taylor opened up about the process of overhauling the property to give it a more luxurious feel.
There it is.
I'm an aesthetic person, she said during the first episode of the series. We want everything to look a certain way. Speaking about her inspiration from the home's design, Taylor pointed to her love of art, movies, and cartoons. And she wanted the property to represent her. She says, I always love movies and also cartoons. So this is something that really represents me. She went on. There's definitely still a lot of work to be done, but it feels good to finally be able to have just one place to call home. Meanwhile, Shumpert purchased his South Fulton property in 2015 for $427,000. It has also been reported that Shumpert was previously renting a luxury apartment in Manhattan, which he is understood to have leased in 2012 for $9,200 a month when he was playing for the New York Knicks. It is still unclear if he still has real estate ties in the city, having left the Brooklyn Nets in 2021.
I'm with Anton on this one.
This is painful, y'all.
Yes, sir. Can you imagine you done spent 15 years plus on a job in the NBA, whatnot, made all this money. So obviously, I didn't hear anything about investments, anything like that. You come out of there for retirement. You 34, 35 years old. You come out there with $10, $15 million because a lot of it got took in taxes. A lot of it got probably pissed away, when you were younger or whatnot. And then you decide to bring a hood boogie in like this, a manly, masculine woman. And I guarantee he wasn't running anything in that house. I promise you. She was in charge. Basically, she just beat him down with sex. That's why she had all these extra women in there helping her out, this, that, and the other. She figured she'll keep him freaked out. Maybe that'll keep him at home and plus get him up under her thumb until she got him exactly what she wanted. She made sure she got them kids pumped out or whatnot, and then she just came in and got a massive payday. Now, the part that gets me, I'm listening to a lot of social media. A lot of these women are very gleeful as far as how much, she done raked this guy over the coals. Now, if she was on the other foot, like when Mary J. Blige divorced her husband or whatnot, he divorced her and he came in and got paid, all these women were going off. But when the shoe's on the other foot and a woman's taking a man to the cleaners, knowing that she did not bounce one basketball when he was in the NBA, they happy about this. Let's take a listen to it.
But if a breakup has to happen, TEYANA Taylor sure knew how to make the best of it. Come on, let's segue into this. Come on. Y'all, her divorce from IMAN SHUMPERT is officially final, and sis walked away winning. She's keeping 4 luxury homes, over $10 million in assets, and a whole fleet of high-end cars, including a Maybach
Look at him,
and a Mercedes Sprinter. Meanwhile, Iman's got to dish out $8,000 a month in child support and cover the kids' private school tuition.
Look at her.
And as if that wasn't enough, TEYANA just popped up at the Oscars with who?
Honestly,
now I got to be honest. Just listen to this woman right here talking, just as happy that the guy got cleaned out and whatnot. Do you think this is an incentive to go out here and just get married? Why do you have to get the government involved in your business? I look at it like, if y'all want to be together, just be together. But, and I can tell you this from my own experience, you don't have to get the courts involved if a woman really and truly wants to be with you, because she will stay. I'm living proof of that. You do not have to go down here and get a marriage license so that you can have an outsider tell you how to dispense your life savings that you worked your whole life for and tried to accumulate. You don't have to do that, because a woman, if she really wants to be with you, she's not going anywhere. If she demands marriage, you gonna marry me or else I'll find somebody else. 9 times 10, you're not the one. She's just looking for somebody that can offer her some security, to get her through until she get tired of being around you.
This is painful. So I'm guessing this is the South Fulton, GA property that he purchased in 2015 for $427,000. I don't know how much it's worth today. In addition to being a star in Hollywood, she made a name for herself in the real estate world, having snapped up multiple properties in the Atlanta area and renovating them before putting them back on the market. They separated in 2023 after the dancer accused the basketball star of being jealous of her career. That is why they broke up. She said he was jealous of her career. According to TMZ, sources have alleged that Shumpert struggled with feelings of inadequacy and often felt overshadowed by Taylor's rise in the entertainment world. Despite efforts by Taylor to fix their marriage by turning down career opportunities after she had children, Shumpert grew frustrated. She was not contributing financially and allegedly picked trivial arguments.
Stop right there.
Oh my God. Now, what this is the same guy that said, you know, guys that got money and whatnot, we don't need no woman to come in and pay no bill.
Now, she's in your house. Why are you paying all the bills?
Cause it's my house.
But why is she in your house?
With money don't want you to listen. I'm gonna get this out to all women worldwide.
Okay.
With money don't want you paying no. We don't care for you to do that. We not coming to get you for no bread.
We got you. Why is he frustrated then if she's not paying no bills? This guy's a clown. Oh my God, he had all that opportunity, all of that money, and he just a clown. And I'm telling you right now, once he get through, she get through raking him across the over the coals, so to speak. I'm sorry. Once she get through with him, he gonna go out and find another one, and she gonna clean out the last few pennies that he got. This is ridiculous. This guy sat right there in the podcast a couple years ago and said, nah, man, this is my house. I don't need you to pay no bills. Real men ain't got to do it. That's what he said.
Nice Porsche.
Gotcha, bitch.
That's how it is.
Now he talking about she was not contributing financially and picked trivial arguments. Oh my God. Let me see what Anton talking about.
So he got mad because she wasn't bringing any more finances to the table, and he was no longer in the NBA, which he had made a lump sum of money. But that lump sum of money, now that they're 34, is supposed to last them for the rest of their life.
Yep.
But they out here balling and tricking, and they don't know where it's gonna come back from. But hopefully he lands back on his feet. I don't know what he got going on. I don't know what money he got coming in now, but hopefully he lands back on his feet. I don't know what he got going on. I don't know what money he got coming in now, but hopefully he lands back on his feet. He said Taylor then privately filed for divorce, claiming their marriage was irretrievably broken. Following their split, the choreographer made it clear that infidelity was not a factor in the breakup. So he wasn't even cheating, and she wasn't even cheating.
I want you all to look at this as a cautionary tale, so to speak, of what not to do when you get a little bit of money. This guy's a clown. This guy said and talked all that trash about he don't need a woman help pay no bill, this, that, and the other. But then he in the argue with her because she ain't paying no bills. That's how he set up in the first place. You can't get mad because you told a woman she come in, she don't have to do nothing. And then when she get in there, now you want to change the rules of the game. It's almost like bringing a woman in and letting her talk to you any kind of way, treat you any kind of way. And then once you get in the house, locked down, then you're like, oh, hey, don't talk to me like that. You didn't set the precedent before you even let her got in. So you can't change the game, once she get in there. You met her as a stripper, she was on the pole or whatnot, selling box or whatnot, on OnlyFans for $5 a month, whatever the case may be. Ain't no need to get mad because you married her. And I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see you at the next one.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy.